everyone! So today I wanted to do a spot cleaning video for you for the guinea pigs. It's a really simple concept. I'm just going to show you guys my method and how quick it is. I do want to say a couple things are different than when I typically spot clean because in order to film I did end up waiting a little bit longer than I normally would. Normally I do it right when I wake up. It's a few hours later now. Normally they wouldn't have their pellets. They do now, just because I didn't want to force them to wait too much longer. And normally I would freshen up the water bottles, but I've already done that as well. So just a few differences. The cleaning aspect of everything is basically the same, but you know, there are certain things that I didn't want to leave too long, basically. So once I lift up the lid, this side of the cage tends to be the absolute messiest. This is where they sleep. Their fleece curtain hangs over this green pad here. So this tends to be the absolute messiest. Now, if the tripod shakes, that's because the guinea pigs are in the cage and the tripod's in the cage, and sometimes they bump into it. So, or chew on it. So what I use for spot cleaning isn't actually a dustpan and a broom, which is what a lot of people use. I find that to take too much time. I've got a lot of animals, and I like to get the cleaning aspects of their care out of the way as quickly as possible. So what I use is here's the brand, it's Bissell, and it's just a Clearview Deluxe. All of the dirt and poops and stuff goes into here, and I can empty it, so it's bagless. This isn't cordless. It does have a cord. I used to have cordless, but I found that they were dying really quickly, and I was having to replace them. So, yeah, I don't really use cordless anymore. So basically, I'm just gonna vacuum. I'm going to feel that pad in particular, but this whole pad basically, to make sure it's not wet. If it's not wet, I'm gonna leave it and probably change it out later tonight when I basically redo this entire routine before I go to bed. I just changed it out last night, so it shouldn't be too bad today. Okay, that's all completely dry, which is great. So I'm going to turn you around so we can work on the other side. Now my next step in my cleaning routine is to deal with the hay rack and litter box. Not every day the litter box needs cleaned, but today it does. So I'm just going to pop that out of there and clean it out. Alright, so the lighting over here is a little sketchy, but we're going to do this anyway. So basically you just want to spray this down with a pet safe cleaner. I am using vinegar and water, and I'm going to do the hay rack as well because as you can see my boys spray, and I do happen to let my stuff soak for a little bit, which I'm obviously not going to film, and then I'm going to wipe this all clean. And because the lighting's so weird over here, I'm not going to show that either, so I'll meet you back in the cage. I did actually forget to mention that I was filling the litter tray up with wood stove pellets, but that's pretty self-explanatory. Wood stove pellets are definitely my preferred choice of litter. I find them to be the best for odor control especially, but they also don't stay super wet, which is great. so that your guinea pigs aren't stuck in their own urine. So I'm just going to fill the rack up with hay. This batch of hay that we have is actually second cut Timothy hay from Small Pet Select. It's a great quality hay, but as you know, I like really soft hays usually. Sorry, they're around the tripod, so you guys are shaking pretty hard. But I like really soft hays usually, so this has been a little weird for us. They love it. They do like second cut hay. They're not picky like that. Me picking it up, it's kind of rough on the hands, you know? So I prefer like orchard grass or third cut. So I'm just gonna load that up. Pull it through down here. I like this type of hay rack, one, because I can fit so much hay in it, as you can see, but also because it's relatively easy for them to get it out, and because it's easy to clean. As you saw, my boys like to spray pretty much everywhere, the sides of the cage. I mean, anywhere that they can do it, they'll do it. So what ends up happening is I have a bunch of stuff to clean, which is really frustrating when you're using a hay bag and you have to take it down in 3 days because they've peed on it. So I like to use the plastic racks. I also like to use the metal racks. I also like things like these grids. You bend them in half and you attach them to the side of the cage, or you can attach them standing up. I think you guys have seen me do that before. You might want to cover the open side of this so the hay doesn't get out, but I really like stuff that's easy to clean. This hay rack in particular is from the guinea pig cages store. Actually, it's from their market. They have two different stores. One's for the cages and one's for cage items. So this is in the store for the cage items. I'll leave a link down below because I think it's guineapigmarket.com, I want to say, but I'm not positive. So I'll leave a link down below. So normally now I would give them their pellets, and I would refill their water bottles. Both of those things are already done so that they didn't have to wait for me to do that until filming this video. Thank you all so much for watching. This was actually a requested video, so if you guys have any requests, go ahead and leave them down below. I add them to a list that I call the master list, just of all of the requests you guys leave in the comments. I put them on the list. I film them when I can. I was really excited to go ahead and tackle this one because it's been on the list for a little while now. So if you guys have any, go ahead and leave them down below. I'll put them on there and film them for you. It makes it so much easier for me to film what you guys actually want to see. Anyway, thank you again so much for watching, and hopefully I see you all next time. And until then, bye!